Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, hello Lotus babies in the making. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can become an intuitionist with your girl. Find meaning and purpose in your journey of a spiritual ascension, a spiritual awakening. We're leveling up in life. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my experience and my deja vu moment that I had with God revealing who my twin flame was. So I don't want to put any names out there, but this person is not with me at this moment. They are still alive and things like that. But for those who don't know, a twin flame is, I'm just going to read the definition. A twin flame is an intense soul connection with somebody thought to be the person's other half. Okay, it's sometimes called the mirror soul. So it's like, in my journey, in my natural process, this whole time I didn't know that this man was mirroring back to me the parts of me that needed healing, and through that he helped me to heal, because everything is interconnected. Everything is always connected. We cannot have one person here on earth without the other person that first existed, because we are all connections of each other on different levels. So that's just the best way for me to put it. So anyways, I'm going to just describe some of the characteristics from the internet that defines how you've met your twin flame, and how it ties into my experience. So what is a twin flame? I just said what a twin flame was. It's a direct soul connection with somebody in your life who comes into your life and mirrors back to you the parts of your soul that is not yet evolved. Wow. This is due to the mirroring nature of the twin flame. They show you your deepest insecurities, your deepest fears, and your deepest shadows. So the time I was with my twin flame, the total was about 3 years, almost 3 years of knowing this person. And everything was all peaches and cream in the beginning, baby. Okay, because I had this idealized concept in my mind of what I thought this person would ultimately be. And while I felt that deep in my heart, I didn't know how it connected to everything that it connects to now. So I hope I'm making sense, and if I'm not, maybe this video is not for you. So number one sign that you've met your twin flame is when there's an instant connection. Now, the experience that ties back into my life and how I'm able to realize that this was my twin flame was the fact that, well, I have to go ahead and say what I'm gonna say, okay? Speak your truth. Dare to speak your truth. That's what this channel is about. So I'm speaking my truth. So this person was actually my husband, and how I knew that the characteristic that defined in my experience was as soon as he met me that day, the day that he met me, he knew he was going to marry me because he told his friends that I was the one, okay? That was the first instant recognition. I hope I said that right. So when you encounter your twin flame for the first time, there will be an intense sense of attraction, mystic attraction. Like, it's just a mystery, like why you're so attracted to this person that you never really met, and they just are so appealing to your eyes, right? So that's the first sign and the first experience, again, that I directly know that this is my twin flame, was that this person told all of his friends that he was going to marry me the very first day of meeting me. He knew that I was the one. So number two, to knowing that this is your soul twin flame. So you're very similar. And this just means that you have a lot in common when it comes to past experiences, not just here on this planet, but you guys have a lot of similar interests. Like maybe you like to go hiking together, or maybe you like to do yoga together, or whatever you like to do together. There's going to be a lot of similarities tied into both of you guys' experience, where you're both so pleasing to one another naturally. And that's because you are both very similar. So the thing that my experience entailed was the fact that we did spiritual practices together, and I know that was a once in a lifetime experience. You don't have a lot of people here on this thing earth that is just into spirituality. You know, it's black magic. It's black magic for people who don't understand the full concept of inner work and spirituality and astronomy and things like that. So again, if this video is not resonating with you, maybe this is your time to click off, because we about to black magic it up over here. Okay, so the third the third tip, okay, that allowed me to see how my twin flame resonated with me is we complement each other. So although we had a lot of like negatives or downs or lower vibrations, we complimented each other when we did, and when it was good, it was really, really good. Almost like yin and yang, you know, the shadow self will be complemented by my light and vice versa. We both had pretty dark energy when it comes to like our jokes, but we both come from the Taurus constellation, so we both understood exactly the darkness of our jokes, which laughing was good for my soul when it came to my partner. Yeah, so number 4 is going to be your insecurities and doubts are amplified. Now, being in the world, I thought that my insecurities and my doubts were stemming from my grandmother's passing, which is also kind of tying into my spirituality journey at the place that I am in now, which is so interesting because she was my favorite person on earth. But just knowing that my insecurities were heightened with my partner, who I knew loved me innately, I just couldn't see it from my earthly perspective. And so everything that was out of whack when it came to my earthly perspective was always challenged with something that I was saying via word of mouth or just speaking into my life, which ultimately, it feels like it kind of gave me karma, but I know I'm in the place that I'm supposed to be in now, so everything always aligns in the end. Okay, so number 5, they feel magnetic. Now, baby, I know there are some things that used to get on my nerves about this man, but ultimately I was so attracted to him, which is why I always, it seemed like no matter how many times we had disagreements, I always went back to him and loved on him and just showed him that I was forgiving. And it seemed like my conscious was forgiving, but my subconscious was not in that time, which didn't make sense, which ultimately played back out into the tumultuous arguments that we've had. But now I understand everything. So I hope this is tying together well for you, and I hope that by number 5, which we just passed, that you guys are maybe able to start to see some resonance in noticing or being able to spot your twin flame. So let's keep going. The relationship is tumultuous. Okay. That was one good word to sum it up. Tumultuous. Okay. The twin flame relationships are not smooth sailing, and actually they're usually not. Wish I knew anything about twin flames before this happened. But guess what? You live and you learn. That's what we're here for. Being with a twin flame is like constantly being confronted by yourself. Yes. That's the best way to put it. So basically, what I'm getting from all of this information that I've experienced in my own body, okay, is that everything is synchronicity, everything has purpose, and everything does start from within. And those were things that he was telling me. You have to go within. You have to look within. Find your peace within. You don't need external validation. He would always say these things to me, and it would rile me up even more, causing the tumultuous in the relationship at the time, because I was not willing to accept, okay? And being able to later accept everything once, I promise you, because everybody's story is going to come back around full circle, and you will find it easier to start to accept things that happened in your life prior because you really didn't know any better. Twin flame relationships usually are tumultuous, and so okay, go ahead and laugh. Oh, okay, so let's go back to what I was saying. See, things like that really allow me to see, am I operating from a earthly perspective or am I operating from a godly perspective? And God is love, okay? Unconditional love. So moving on to number 7. So number 6 was the relationship was tumultuous, and number 7 is the relationship is going to be very intense. So it says here that there's a definite emotional charge between twin flames. They often develop quickly because you feel so familiar. Because you are so connected at a soul level, you feel things deeper, which makes things more intense and more passionate. Okay, so this is something that I didn't understand, but now I understand that what you perceive is what ultimately conceptualizes in your life. And innately, I was a very passionate lover when it comes to my spouse or my soulmate. But I was being challenged by the social anxiety of the conformity that we all live in today, which is what society tells us versus what we innately know. And that was a very intense relationship. And it happened very fast, because I just didn't understand how everything was playing out on the subconscious level. But on the conscious level, society was telling me something different while my subconscious was playing, a part on the other end of the spectrum. So number 8 is you keep coming back together. Okay, now this one here is this one kept fucking me up emotionally. This one kept fucking me up emotionally because it's like, if you love me, then why are you fucking up, but you keep coming back? What? If you love me, why do you keep fucking up and keep coming back? Why? Because society is one thing, and society will tell us that when you fuck up, it's time to leave that girl, leave that guy, don't look back, nothing's in the past, blah blah blah, whatever. There's so much inequity going on in your mind versus your body. So when your mind and your body is out of whack, you're fighting against yourself, literally getting nowhere ultimately until you realize that you're in a cycle that you now need to find higher counsel in to get out. And that higher counsel is going to be God. Okay? So number 9, your connection feels divine. When you and your twin flame find that there's a certain larger than life quality, it feels like it was predestined. And so, the crazy part is, he would literally say those words to me. You have to look at the bigger picture. I'm like, what the fuck is the bigger picture? What is the bigger picture? What? We're gonna get a white picket fence. We're gonna get this white house. I get to decorate the house. I get to do this. Like, literally, like, self-sabotaging my subconscious mind, just beating on that bitch. And that's what life tells us to do. We are forced to conform to things that are abnormal, that our body is fighting against. Hello? Sickness, illness, disease, virus. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay? And number 10. Now, I didn't read this one, so I'm interested to see how this ties into my relationship, my twin flame relationship. You and your twin flame can likely communicate with just a glance that you always know what the other is thinking. You may even feel each other's emotions or symptoms. And this is what caused codependency in our relationships, because I was feeling his emotions, and instead of bringing higher counsel, I didn't know that I needed to bring higher counsel at the time. But instead of bringing higher counsel and loving unconditionally, I would sabotage, and I would point out what was wrong and what was going on. And like, if he was sad, like, why are you sad? Why are you sad? Why are you sad? Instead of looking at it from a different perspective and just loving him through his sadness. Now I know that love can heal. Now I know that love does heal. So they push you and you tend to do, well, they push you to do and be better. So this one was the duality of synchronicity for us, for me, because ultimately without me experiencing that experience that I went through with my twin flame, I wouldn't have been pushed to this level of spirituality that I've ascended to, and vice versa, because I remember he told me that I was the reason he decided to get into it, because I asked for a spiritual man. I wanted a spiritual man. And I got a spiritual man, and I didn't even know that I took my spiritual man for granted. Which is just, it's just really crazy how life works, you know? It's just crazy how life works. But I hope this video helped you all understand and gain a little more clarity or insight as to how twin flame relationships work. And if you're in a twin flame relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship or a career relationship, or just a personal relationship with somebody, then go ahead and share this video with somebody that you think would benefit from this. And don't forget to subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.